Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel.
Hi, how are ya?
No, but for real, I'm doing a makeup look today inspired by caramel chocolate because I love chocolate. I think anyone who knows me knows I have an obsession with chocolate. So I'm gonna do a makeup look today inspired by that, by caramel and chocolate together because they're a perfect combination, to be fair. So yeah, if that sounds interesting, stay tuned, okay? I'm gonna try to make this more of like a relaxed makeup tutorial. I feel like every time I do a makeup tutorial, I'm always so serious and I just have like a straight face the whole time. So I'm gonna try to be a little bit more relaxed this time, a little bit more chatty and stuff. But right now, what am I doing? I didn't even say what I'm doing, but I'm just using a toner just to kind of keep my skin hydrated and also so the makeup can apply more smoothly. I'm doing this so I can kind of remove some dead skin off of my face. Yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. So I'm just gonna let this sit here. It's kind of already starting to come off a little bit. After it's kind of sit down here for a while, I'm gonna use the pad to, you know, just wipe away all the dead skin. Show that my makeup can apply more smoothly. Yeah, my skin's super dry, so any moisture, my skin's gonna like soak it up like a sponge. So these toner pads don't really last that long. I kind of scrub a little bit harder at my more troubled areas. And I'm gonna put this essence because my skin's super red and irritated right now. I mean, anytime I touch it, it gets like really irritated. So I'm just gonna put some essence to kind of calm it down. Okay, so I just bought a new sunscreen. This is La Roche-Posay 100. I really want to try this out because even though it says 100% and maybe I bought into it and I know it's probably just marketing because it's probably not that much higher than than lower like 50 whatevers, but I just want to try this out because I heard it doesn't leave a white cast and it's good for dry skin. So the only bad reviews I've seen are people with oily skin saying it looks a little bit too crazy. So this is what it looks like. Kind of got it because it says it's gonna leave no white cast, but we'll see how well that holds up. I don't even have a mirror right now. I should probably. Whoa, it just made this side of my face so red. I don't know if that's from just my rosacea flaring up or if it's from the sunscreen, but it didn't do that to the other side. Let me see. I can see what they mean by greasy, but I like this though. So I'm enjoying this. And it probably looks a little bit more oily just because I do apply a lot of sunscreen. Like I lather that on too. Like I glob it all on. So this is probably why it's looking a little bit more shiny, but I like it. It doesn't leave a white cast, a very, very tiny light veil of a white cast, but that I would feel like I can call it more of a tone-up cream, you know? So yeah, I like this. It makes me look dewy. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I like this. Okay, so far this is good for me. I like this, and I put a lot on too, so I'm enjoying this. I don't look too oily. I don't look too greasy. I mean, I probably never will because of my dry skin, but you know, I like this. Okay, now I'm gonna put on some primer, and because my skin's already looking hydrated, I'm just gonna use the e.l.f. Putty Primer. So I'm just gonna put this in my troubled areas, which is like my T-zone. Time to blend this out. I made a mistake in my last video of putting this on my eyelids and that made my lids crease up so much, so not today. I don't really want to put this all around my face, just here, and that should be good enough for me. So that blurred over my pores nicely. I do notice with my mineral sunscreens that when I put it over, it kind of already makes a little bit of a blurring effect on my skin. So because it's chemical based, it doesn't do that much blurring. So that's why the e.l.f. Putty Primer comes in handy. I like it, looks good. Okay, next, color correcting. So I'm gonna use the NYX color correcting, this thingy, and I'm gonna take this shade because I have rosacea, and also when I have rosacea, sometimes it kind of like gives a cast right here, like I guess the difference makes it look like a little bit more gray or blue toned or some kind of off color right here, and I kind of look like I have a mustache, so I'm gonna correct this and my under eye bags. So that's what I'm gonna do here. So again, I'm gonna go in with this shade right here, and I'm gonna put it on my mustache areas. I wonder if this is the correct color for my eye, or it's just because my face is so red, it kind of makes it look a little bit more uniform. Okay, now I'm gonna go in with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I already have some on my hand, which is already way too much, as you know, I always put out way too much, but I'm just going to do my technique of putting it on and just dotting where I want to put the most coverage. Always in the middle I start off with, and then I kind of just like take the rest and kind of blend it out. That way, like that, like that. My rosacea is kind of flaring up, so I'm gonna use a concealer and kind of just cover some blemishes. I even have some on my neck, which I'm just like, okay. Interesting choice of placement. Cover these blemishes. I just realized I didn't do eyebrows. Since I'm going for a very warm, like light caramel look, I'm going to also make my eyebrows a little bit lighter than I normally would make them. So I'm using the lightest eyebrow pencil I have, which is this NYX one. I'm just generally shaping it out. Since I did put over foundation, I probably should be a little bit more precise, but honestly, I can't be bothered. I just outlined my eyebrows, and now I'm gonna fill it in with the ColourPop in this shade Copycat from the Whatever palette. Oh, can you see? I'm gonna use this one because it's a very light, warm shade, and I'm gonna use this as like a powder. So I'm gonna put it here where I want a little bit more lightening in my brows. I kind of want to add a little bit more coverage right here because I don't really have a brightening concealer. All my concealers are either like a little bit too dark or just like a different undertone, so I'm just using my foundation. I mean, it's full coverage anyway, so I guess it could kind of work as a concealer. I'm also putting it around my blemishes because the concealer is like a different undertone. I think it's a little bit warmer, just a little bit darker than this foundation shade. So I'm covering it again with the foundation, but just like a very light layer, so it's not like too obvious. And I'm just gonna pat it out. By the way, this foundation does oxidize to like a slightly darker shade. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see here, but even on my neck, it's like slightly, like it's just different like undertone. It's like, actually it's not yellow, it's actually pink. But yeah, I'm just gonna take my booty blender and I'm just going to blend everything out. The finish on this foundation is flawless as always. It always looks so skin-like, but it's a little bit more dewy than I want, so I'm gonna put in some setting powder. This is the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder. I shy away from powders because my skin is so dry, and if I put any powders, I feel like it makes my skin look very cakey, and then like later on during the day, my skin just kind of soaks up all the moisture from the foundation, so sometimes it can look a little bit like too dry and kind of emphasize my pores and texture and stuff like that. So usually I don't, but that's why I'm gonna put a very light veil powder over, and I feel like that's just enough. And okay, wow, I am so sorry. I totally forgot to record, and I did bronzer and I did contour. I guess I can say what I used. I used this butter bronzer all over my face to create more dimension and some warmth, and I also put contour. I'm sorry, I forgot to press record, but yeah, this is what the base is looking like right now with bronze and contour. Oh yeah, I forgot to contour my nose, so I'll do that. Okay, gotta make sure I'm recording so I don't not do this. So since I'm using contour and bronzer on my face, and mostly I'm doing bronzer, I'm going to actually bronze my nose instead of using contour on my nose, just to make it look a little bit more even with the rest of my face. And so Of course I'm gonna do my method, you know, kind of like tap it, tap it, tap it, just to kind of even it out. I'm not gonna do a super heavy contour. I'm just gonna do a very, very light contour. I don't even think I'm gonna do it all around my nose, just on like the tip and this part. More, I guess I could say I'm more defining my nose than I am contouring it. Bronzing done. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh wait. So yeah, I think that's bronzing done for me. I'm just going to highlight my nose now, just, you know, to create a little bit more dimension. I'm not going to do it super precise today just because. So now I'm going to do blush, I think. And I'm going to take this Kylie blush, this one, and Kitten Baby. This is like a apricot, so I think this will go really, really pretty with the makeup look. The thing I love about this blush, it's so light and it's so buildable, so it looks very natural. It's not like too much. Yeah, I think that looks really, really pretty. Okay, now I'm gonna move on to the eyes, and I'm gonna take this color right here, which is like a very light, warm brown, and I'm gonna use that as like all over the lid. I think this eye look is gonna be fairly simple, like it's not gonna be like too complicated or anything. But yeah, I'm gonna use this more like as a transition color. So now I'm gonna take this color right here, and I'm gonna use this to add a little bit more dimension. Starting with the outer corner. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the first color, and I'm gonna use it to blend out the darker color. I'm going with the shade right here, since it's like very similar to my skin tone. And I'm gonna use this to kind of brighten up the inner part right here, like that. So I'm gonna brighten this part up. See, so it kind of creates some dimension where it's lighter here, darker out there. And then kind of brushing off this, now I'm gonna use this same color, and I'm going to kind of like just blend out. Now I'm gonna take this color in Gingerbread, it's like a very light brown color, and I'm going to use it to kind of do a wing. Very soft wing. I think I might use a darker brown just to kind of like emphasize it a little bit, but for the most part I want it to be a very soft wing. I'm gonna take a darker brown color and just kind of emphasize the liner a little bit, like that. So I'm gonna take the shade I used on the outside corner, and I'm gonna bring it to my bottom lash line. Speaking of like troublesome lashes, does anyone ever get their lashes like caught in their eye? Like it happens to me like at least once a week. And I even found some, like I found 3 stacked in the inner corner right here, like they were like jammed in there. And I had to like open my eye and like pull it out, and oh, it was so disgusting. And I think it's because my eyelashes kind of like point downward naturally, so it's more easy to kind of get lodged in my eye, I guess. Oh, by the way, I'm taking that transition color that I used first, the light brown, just to smudge out the bottom line right here. So I'm just doing that. Yeah. I'm gonna add a shimmer. Oh, this is the shade Baronu from the Magic palette. It's this one right here. I'm gonna use this just in the corner right here, like that, in the middle. Nothing too intense, but you know, just do like that. And I have this is like super pigmented. I still have like a lot of product in here, and I don't want to use all of this, so I'm just gonna wipe this off. I think that's eyes done. Okay, now for my lips, I'm gonna use this NYX lipstick in the color Downtown Beauty. So it's like taupey, it's like a taupey brown. Childhood? It smells like childhood. You know what this smells like? This smells like when you're little, you have those Crayola markers, and they had like that sort of Play-Doh smell, I guess. It smells like memories. Hopefully it's not looking a little bit too like whitewashed on camera, but in person I think it looks really pretty. So this is the final makeup finished look, and I hope you like it. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. And I almost forgot to put on some setting spray because I don't want this to smudge, but because I had to record again because I'm just so obsessed with this makeup look, and I think it turned out really, really well, even though I was kind of worried that it wouldn't. But yeah, I hope you guys like it. I love the way this turned out. It's giving me like that, you know, caramel plus chocolate that I love so much. So thank you so much for watching. I keep looking at myself. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope you guys enjoyed this video and this makeup look. So yeah, okay, that's it. Bye.